All right, everyone, we are on page 2 of our Alchemy album. We just finished page 1, and let me give you your cuts that you need to make. Okay, flap A is going to have a 7 1/8, so that's 2 lines more than 7 by 6.5. Flap B, you're going to need to cut 3 flap Bs. They're going to be 5 3/4 by 4.5. C is our pocket, and that is 8 1/8 by 4. So that's going to be all the inside pockets. So 8 1/8 is 2 lines more than 8. D, it's going to be a little pull that holds those waterfalls down, and that is going to be 1 5/8. So that's 2 lines more than 1.5 by 3 3/8, and that is 2 lines less than 3.5. Okay, so let's get those all cut and we will score them. You could just hit pause. Okay, so flap A. All right, so let me see here. Whoop, real quick. That is going to be our top flap. So we're going to score that 1/2 inch with the 6.5 inch side facing the top. Okay, so 6.5 inch side running across the top of the score. And our flat sides up. B. Okay, so we've got our 3 Bs, and they're going to have the shorter side, which is the 4.5 inch side at the top. So there's 1. 2, and 3. Okay, our pocket, we have the opening side at the top, and we're going to go around 3 sides. So there's the first one, second, and third. Okay, and now our little tab that's going to hold down this waterfall and be like a pull to lift up that top flap. So we're going to have this on the longest side facing the top, scoring 1/2 inch, and there we go. So let's get tape on all these. So I'm going to be using 3/8 inch the whole time. And this is also what you used on your hinge. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. But it's a good thickness. It's a little more than 1/4, and it just gives a nice extra hold. I pretty much use the 1/4 inch tape for the when I hold down magnets. You can use this also to hold down magnets. There's my little pull. Hold on. There it is. Okay. And if you ever have a question on something that I'm doing here, just feel free to comment. Hopefully I'll see it in enough time. If not, anyone from our little crafting family could help you answer any questions. So yeah, feel free to reach out. All right, so we press all this down. so let's bring out the pocket page. Okay, I've got my 2 up here, so I know I'm facing the right direction. I've got my openings on either side. And if you want, you can flip it over, make sure, just to make extra sure. So let's see, let's start with flap A. Flap A is the top flap. So I'm gonna turn this over. Now my 2 is over here, and I'm just gonna put this down. And you can decide if you are going to corner round or not. I'm probably not going to, because the design paper I'm using are these ephemera cards that are a little less than 4 by 6, and they're kind of squared off. So I'm going to leave everything on this page squared off, but you can corner around the bottom if you want. See how it looks? And let's just bring this right to the bottom facing us. It's going to be the top of our pocket page, and I'm going to use my thumbs here to guide this to the edge. I'm looking left and right. Make sure I just have a little bit of space on either side. Okay, now for the, all right, for these flaps here, what you want to do first is put your design paper first, and then you're gonna, so I'm gonna wait, but then you put down your first piece right here, lift it up, let's just say that's stuck down, and put the next waterfall piece right below here, so it's right on this, where this paper, this flap is right here, you know, and then you put your third one down. Okay, so I am showing you this like that, just because I am going to make the bonus book out of this, so I don't want to put down, but I chose a green color for here, so put that first and then tape these all down. Okay, and now for your magnet, what I like to do is, for this, I'm going to use the bigger magnets. Take either positive or negative, put it right about here, and then, so I'm just going to show you real quick. I've got my negative and a positive. So I am just going to lightly tape this so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to tape it down right about there. And what you do is you lift up all 3 flaps and put your opposite piece till it lands there. Okay. Now I'm going to take the tape off of this, and then slowly, as I'm folding this down, this will move. Okay, it's going to move, and wherever it lands, you've got your tape off the back, you stick it down. So it winds up right around there. Okay, and that will hold these 3 flaps down. Okay, for extra hold, I've got a little D flap, and what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this tape off because I want it on the other side. I am so used to, 99% of the time, we're going to have the tape on the linen side. So let me just take this off real quick. Where did my undo go? I don't know. So let me just take this off real quick. It's not a big piece. So if you did that, no problem. We're just going to take that off. Use your undo. I just can't locate mine right now. And I'm going to put the tape on the other side. you're going to peel that off and put it right underneath flap A here and stick it down, just like that. You're going to put a small magnet here, fold it over, and it lands right about there on top of your first waterfall piece. So just like that, and you will have your top flap. And the last piece is your pocket. And I will show you this all complete. I hope that made sense. I kind of had to do it without actually sticking things down because I'm going to use a different design paper for the bonus book. Okay, so our pocket goes right at the bottom here, and you just have a little bit of space on either side so that when you turn the pages it doesn't get frayed. So I like to leave a little bit of space. So there we go. That is it for flap for the second page. That's going to look like this. I've got my little flap here. And let me show you what that looks like all complete. So I'm going to show you also where the magnets go. Okay, so page 2, we have, like I said, our big magnet is under this first waterfall piece. It lands right, it's right about here, about an inch down. And then you put your other magnetic piece there and fold this over, and it winds up right around here. Okay, so that holds all those 3 waterfall pieces down, having the big magnet. As you can see, it's not falling. This is just an extra. I've got a small magnet here. It lands right here, and that way you can, it's extra hold, and you can use it to lift up this top flap. Okay, so there's that. 2 on the underside of flap A, I'm going to have 2 magnets right here that land right on your pocket. And that is it for magnets. Not too many on this page. And if you want, you put one here. I made a little booklet. This one, you can have it open either way. I opened this one vertically because the word is up here. It's not a sideways pocket really, but you can open the book this way. It's up to you. Just got a magnet on the back, it goes over here, and this won't go flying around every time you turn this page. This is a leftover piece, and you'll have a whole sheet of this numbered paper. It's my favorite paper, but you will have a whole bunch of this left over, and you can make photo mats out of them. And this is just an example, so I can put a picture on the back. Got that there. My pullout is just a brown piece. Got the brown right here. This was a leftover piece. And these are on one of your sheets of paper, you have 3 horizontal cards. I've got this one, got the hand, and there's a journaling card. So in between, I cut out little strips from leftover pieces and put them there. And what I'm probably going to do is take leftover pieces and put them here and here. You have 2 inside pieces. So I haven't done that yet, but that is what I'm going to do there. And that's it for page 2. That was pretty easy. And next video, we'll be on to page 3. See you soon.